Peace, peace, jugglers, and welcome back to Juggling the Johnson TV. I'm Leonard, as you know, and
I'm Naisha.
The muscle behind the channel, of course, right? I'm the real muscle behind the channel. I make the executive decisions when she lets me.
That's right. That's right. I like to make him feel like he's in charge just a little bit, but I am really the muscle behind the channel. Thank you guys for tuning back into Juggling the Johnsons. Leonard's calling this Juggling the Johnson TV, so hey, I might have to roll with that. We want to thank you guys for sticking with us. Right now, we are currently at how many subscribers?
79!
79 subscribers. So we are super excited for all of you who have been sticking with us and being loyal. We really appreciate you. We love you. And thank you for all of your comments, for sharing and liking and subscribing to our channel.
Look, jugglers, we appreciate each and every one of you, both individually and collectively. We are trying to get to 100 subscribers as soon as possible. So in order to do that, we need your help. So make sure that you like this video, that you share it, that you post it on your social media accounts. Every single share helps us add 1 additional, 2 additional, and before we know it, we'll be up to thousands. I can't wait to get to our first 1,000,000 subscribers, but I'm super excited about just our first 79. But I want to see 1,000,000. This is the 1,000,000 subscribers campaign, and it's going to start with your share.
Really? Okay, guys, you see how he tries to get all official, like this is a commercial. He is trying to sell y'all a product. I am not here for that. I just want to share Juggling the Johnsons. So we honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you so much for sticking with us. So with that being said, we are going to hop into our Valentine's Day. I'm sorry, Valentine's Day.
That's right, Valentine's around these parts. What is Valentine's Day? You know, it's Valentine's, T-I-M-E, where I come from.
It's Valentine's Day. This is East St. Louis. Okay?
East St. Louis, East Side, all day, every day.
East St. Louis, yes.
East St. Louis finest. A shout out to East St. Louis, by the way. I can't say it. You City, we'll just... y'all know what it is.
You time, don't play.
Yeah, y'all do know what it is. Yeah.
What time is it? You time.
Anyway, this video is not about East St. Louis. It's not about University City. All right, so the homeboy want to know how often do I actually paint her toenails. I would say virtually never. I think she only allowed me to do it one time, and that was maybe on our first Valentine's Day. But outside of that, outside of a foot massage or a foot rub, I don't really mess with her feet or her nails. I let her take care of that.
Yeah, because I'm like super ticklish on my toes. I don't like people touching my toes, my legs. Listen, I'm just a ticklish person. So that was just the one time that he was able to do that, and that was that first Valentine's Day. And I was really shocked about all the great things that he was able to do for me on such a budget. And if you haven't watched the video, Leonard posted it last week, and so he's teaching you guys how to finesse Valentine's Day. So if you have not seen that video, go check it out.
And we'll post a link in this video so that you can have access to it.
Yeah.
All right, next question. How do you guys handle each other's space? That's my question.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I think we try and give each other as much space as the other person needs. Sometimes, you know, space is one of those things where I think there are times where you need people in your space, or you may be going through something that requires people to be sort of there. And then there are those times where you just want to clear your head. I find space early in the morning. So she's a heavy sleeper and not a morning person at all. So if I want some time alone, away from her, away from those kids, I set my alarm to 4:30, 5 o'clock. And I spend, you know, those first couple hours of the morning enjoying myself, usually with workouts and things like that. I think that's how I find my space.
Yeah.
I'll let you talk about how you find your own. But, you know, I think I was clingy, too, when I first got her.
Yes. Listen, he was so clingy when we first got together. I was like, he didn't want a second away from me. I was just like, oh my God, like this is too, like I've never had anybody in my life, okay? I've never had anybody in my life be as clingy to me besides Johnny in the Bo and Carrie, but in the beginning Leonard was super clingy, and that's something that I'd never experienced before, and we kind of, you know, over time you know, we worked on it. It wasn't something that was just like, oh, we have to work on this. We just, you know, over time you just start doing your own thing. You get into your own mode. You come out of that whole puppy love phase, infatuation phase, and you're able to kind of give each other your space. Now, if you want to know how Lady Johnson gets her space, I get my space usually at night. And I don't know if I should be telling people this. I might get abducted or something. I get my space at night. And so for all you moms out there that know what I'm talking about, when you get home working your 9 to 5, you have a 5 to 9 shift. And that's getting the kids down, getting them, you know, getting baths, getting dinner, spending that quality time with them, homework. And then after that, you know, it's time for them to go to bed. And so for me, I like to run to Target. Target is my favorite place. Shout out to Target. I hope you guys sponsor us soon and very soon, because I worked for you for 7 years. But I like to go to Target. I like to go to Walmart. I do my little night runs, even if it's just for 1 hour. Sometimes it turns into 2 hours, but I get to really enjoy some downtime and quiet. Like, I need a quiet space. And usually when I'm riding in the car, I know this sounds weird, I ride in silence. I don't like a lot of music blasting in my ear, because I hear so many kids, you know, calling my name, mom, 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 or just lots of noise. And when I'm riding in the car, I like it to be quiet. So that's my answer.
Yeah, I think that was pretty good. The only thing I would add to that, when I got with my wife, I was sort of looking for a wife. So yeah, I was ready to give her all of me, and I think that contributed to my clinginess, for lack of a better word, at that moment in time. And as our relationship developed, you'll just find anything that's fresh and new and exciting, you dive right in and you go full force. And after a few years of dating each other and getting to know each other on deeper levels, you start to discover, oh yeah, who am I without this person? Right. You start doing everything together. So what do I actually enjoy? Yeah. What are the things that I like to do? And I'm a family man by all means, but at the same time, I do like to just hang out sometimes. And sometimes for me too, once you have 3 kids, I'm looking for silence as well. I would skip out on hanging out with my friends for just
a silent moment.
Yeah, I'll take that. But,
yeah. So
all right.
I hope we answered your question. Moving on.
You want to read this one?
Sure. Okay, guys. So the next question is, where did Leonard and I meet?
Ooh.
Well, if you've been following us for a while, then you would probably know the answer to that. But for those of you who are new to our channel and you don't know us at all like that, we met at Harris-Stowe State University.
I love my H, I love my S, I love my S, I love my U, I love my... You can tell she didn't graduate from the Stowe, all right?
I definitely did not graduate from Harris-Stowe. I did, in fact, go there for 1 semester, and that's where I met my lifelong friends. And I didn't know he was going to end up being my husband. So, you know, look at that. Shout outs to Harris-Stowe State University. And it actually became a university that year that I attended. So,
all right, so look here, y'all. She didn't know that I was going to be her husband, and I thought we were dating back then. She claims we were not dating, but nope. You don't go on dates with people and not be dating.
That's not true.
You don't come and hang out in people's homes by yourselves.
And nothing happened?
Oh, nothing didn't have to happen. It was not about anything happening. So before that was Netflix and chill, that was Redbox and chill. And I put her on the Redbox. She used to come to the house. We watched movies on Redbox. And I had to be maybe 19 years old when I looked at her and I told her, you look like my wife. And Yeah, the clock ticked a little bit further, and
No, when he said that,
your boy knew what he was talking
when he
about.
said that, I just thought stalker. Like it scared me. I'm like, I'm just graduating high school, and this guy's looking at me saying, "Oh, just gazing at me. You look like my wife." What? I'm too young for this. I'm not trying to be anybody's wife. I'm moving on. Okay.
I don't know why I said that. I had not.
He had some discernment, maybe.
I don't know what it was. I wasn't out here
God
just.
shined on me as he always. He does it all the time. Like,
I just wasn't driving around proposing to people that I'm quote unquote not dating.
Not dating, y'all.
Looking at people who I'm not dating and saying, "Hey, you look like you're gonna be my wife."
He was saying that to everybody that been part of that. Okay, I do not believe it.
I remember I had my little Avenger. Oh man, I love that. That was my first car. I had the sunroof back. Looked over at her.
He thought he was the bomb.com player.
You look like my wife.
And it scared the heebie-jeebies out of me, okay?
Yeah, I don't think she came back after that.
I think I was done.
Yeah. So that was how we met. And we had lost connection. I think this is relevant. We hadn't talked in 5 years. And her life had totally changed in those 5 years. My life had totally changed in 5 years. She had John in that time frame. Mm-hmm. I was raising nephews at my house at that time. So our dynamics were very different. Yeah. At that point in time, and reconnecting, and I saw her at a fashion show. She had, if you guys don't know, Naisha is, if you let her tell it, she thinks she's like 12 feet taller than me.
I am.
Whatever.
I'm a glamazon.
But she is taller than me, and when she puts on her 6-inch pumps.
I don't wear 6-inch pumps anymore. Listen, guys, when I put my heels on, I am taller than my husband. On the wedding day, I did not wear heels. I had on sandals, flat, so that I could be on the same eye level, and I still was a little bit taller. Tell the truth. I still was a little bit taller, so I wanted to be as close to eye level as possible. And I didn't realize he was as short as he is. Like, he fooled me. He had extra hair on top of his head.
No, I didn't.
This was back when he was trying to grow his hair out. And, we were dating and stuff. He just didn't appear that short. And then as the wedding day got closer and closer, I was thinking, what have I done?
Don't say that to these people.
I have to marry this short man. No, he is short, but he's got a very tall personality.
Oh man, listen to that.
And I love him to death.
Listen, I want to say this to the height challenged individuals out there. Do not feel the pressure. It is not that great up there.
So we're going to move on to the next question. Another juggler said, how do you refrain from eye rolling and scrunched up noses when you are irked at your partner?
Oh, she's doing a great job right now. I think I got on her nerves.
Listen, before we started filming, he really got on my nerves. I don't know if we're going to be able to work together. Your attitude is bad.
Are you ready?
No, I'm not. I need a moment together. My face. You really need to stop the attitude. I was about to record this video by myself and say, hey, you guys, he is not a part of it this time. He will be in the next video because, he really got on my nerves. But, I try my very best to be conscious of my faces, even though that's hard because I talk with my hands, I talk with my face. I'm like one of those kind of people. But I try my best to be conscious of how I roll my eyes, how I side eye Leonard, just how I treat him in general. Like, I try to be intentional about, treating him well because I would expect the same thing in return.
I would just say, coming from the family I come from, and I don't mean just like my immediate family, like I come from a family of bad attitude having people. So naturally I get ticked Real quickly, very easily, my fuse is very short, and I know people probably don't believe that about me, but my patience is very thin for foolishness. And if it's not foolishness, then I can work with it. But that's one of the things I had to work on with myself. Not just being upset with her or even with our kids or even with other family members. I have gained, I always say she has the patience of Job, especially when it comes to our children. You don't want to alienate that person. Like you're doing your entire life with this person, so you want to make sure that you are taking care of them, that they enjoy being around you, that you are good company to be around. And so for me, just trying to be conscious of that in everything that I do, but at the same time being brutally honest about what you're feeling. And I do appreciate that about my wife. I can express myself and with 100% guilt-free to say and to express myself. But the other side of that too is that person, she has that same free reign. So she gets to express herself 100% unfiltered. And we vowed to never be mad at each other. I think we did that very early. We were still dating. We weren't even married when someone gave us the advice to always apologize, never go to sleep angry. That's tough sometimes, but we never do. And then and the next morning, you just got to smile and be like, good morning, babe, and just move on.
Or just walk past them. You don't have time for this foolishness. You get up in the morning, they got on your nerves the night before. Just go get in the shower, walk past them. Don't say anything like you didn't just, sleep with them in the bed. Just walk past them, get in the shower, and then hopefully by the time you get out of the shower, you're in a better mood.
I'm not even going to address that. I've already spoken. All right, so this juggler is asking, do we go all out on Valentine's Day or do we just give flowers and candy? And I will say 100% I do not buy flowers. If I buy flowers, it's probably because I messed up something and I'm trying to get out of the doghouse. Flowers, I think, is a big waste of money. They die so quickly and they cost so much on Valentine's Day. If you ever go in, a dozen of roses is inflated on Valentine's Day, so I'm definitely not trying to buy that at all. And I'm very serious. I go in on February 15th and I will buy candy 50% off. And don't let me get there 2 or 3 days after the event and it's 75% off. I'm eating candy.
Chocolate.
Look, I'm getting her some candy and me and the kids some candy in that case. But honestly, on Valentine's Day, I think the day comes and go in my book. And that took us a few years to get there.
You think so?
I think after the first couple?
I think the first couple of years. I think over the past maybe 3 years, two to 3 years, it hasn't been this extravaganza. I think we started, trickling down and saying, okay, we're, for this holiday, you're just spending too much money. I love you. You love me. Let's go out to dinner. Let's celebrate our love in a different way and just not during the week or the day of, because you tend to spend too much money on being a consumer on those days. Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I have nothing to add to that. And, I think doing something at least to let your spouse know, hey, I care about you, I love you, but we're not going broke. I would rather put that money toward a plane ticket. I would rather put that money towards some vacation somewhere or doing something else rather than just saying, hey, I bought you a bunch of candy, roses, and chocolate to prove my love. So I should be proving my love every day.
Every day.
Not just on that one day. And so I think that for me is the goal, is to try and prove and show my love to her as much as possible on a regular day.
Yeah, thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
So I don't have to wait until Valentine's Day to be treated well. Like, treat your lady well throughout the year. Once a month, make sure you guys are going out to dinner with each other. And, you don't have to wait until the big shebang comes and then you go broke. You spend all your money. It's just unnecessary.
Date night.
Date night.
Yeah. Thank you for that question. That was a good one.
That was a really good one.